Hi, my name is Nelson Peña from IMC International, in partnering with Dukascopy Swiss Financial TV. Welcome to the program Let's Talk About Business and Inside Business. Today I have two special guests with whom I'm going to talk about the situation on the fast-moving consumer good. I would like to welcome on studio Massimo Visconti. Hi, Massimo.
It's a pleasure for me.
Who is the Managing Director at IMC International in the sector of fast-moving consumer goods. And then we have another special guest from Rome, directly from Rome, who is the CEO of Father SPA, Roberto Marinucci. Hi, Roberto.
Hello, hi. Thanks for having me.
I presented you as the CEO of a joint venture, Father, between Angelini and Procter & Gamble. Can you please explain a bit the strategic position and intention of this joint venture, and just from a general point of view, the whole company?
Sure, yes. Father actually started the business a long time ago, in 1958. Back in those days, Father was born as an OTC company and lately became more involved into the making and the selling of paper products like baby diapers and feminine protection pads. In 1992, Father became a joint venture between Procter & Gamble and Angelini, who was the previous owner. The joint venture is actually an interesting one because it's a 50-50 joint venture.
And how you handle this?
Since then, it's been actually thriving, which is quite a unique situation because typically joint venture don't have like a big longevity, and especially the 50-50 ones are particularly difficult to manage. But I think that the whole venture started with the right foot because we shared, P&G and Angelini shared the same basic principles, the same modus operandi, and in time it actually created just the right synergy between what is best between P&G and what is best between Angelini.
What were the main objectives of the joint venture?
Well, really, it was like a perfect marriage back in '92 because P&G was actually entering at that time the baby diapers business with Pampers, and whilst Father, who was already there, had a big position both on diapers but also in feminine protection pads. That was a business that the P&G did not have in Italy at that time.
I see.
So by creating this marriage, on one end, P&G was able to actually jumpstart its market penetration with feminine protection pads and have introduction of Pampers in Italy, whilst Angelini had the possibility to get in contact with P&G, which, in my view, it's the best company in the world, and also, importantly, get the technology and the system from P&G.
Roberto, you said something important which is impressive. Usually the 50-50 joint ventures are very delicate. And also from the role I have had as a CEO in joint ventures in this kind of situations, who is the boss? Who is going to tell in which direction people have to go? And how do you solve, I would say, this kind of discussions? Who has the final power to decide?
We have a board, and the board has a composition that is exactly 50-50 between P&G and Angelini. And there is a CEO, managing director, who runs the business. And I believe that I think it's one of the best jobs you can find in Italy because on one end you have full responsibilities. You really have 360 degrees responsibility from profit, sales, manufacturing, be responsible for the marketing execution, the technology of the products. I mean, the whole scenery of the business. At the same time, you need to align the two stakeholders. Now, most of the time, they share the view, so it really is not that difficult, especially over so many years. But sometimes, you have issues, and then you need to work ahead of the board to really try to find the win-win position. And that really over the time requires that a huge amount of balance in the way you behave, because an interesting element of the governance is that the head of the company is actually elected by one of the two partners for a period of 10 years. So the first 10 years were held by a manager elected by Angelini. But he or she is elected in that position is not really the representative of that specific stakeholder. He or she needs to run the business in the best interest of father.
Roberto, the joint venture was closed in 1992, as far as I know. What were the key milestones over the last 20 years, and what were, I would say, the 2, 3 largest or the greatest or the toughest challenges you had in this period?
Well, I came into the business in 2003, and at that time, father already had a very solid position in the marketplace with very high market shares, and generally speaking, with very solid and very good, so-called key factors. So solid profit, solid everything, and often you feel that you come there totally new. You don't know the business. I actually didn't know much of Italy because I spent, before coming to father, 15 years outside of Italy with P&G. And you sometimes feel like you are at the top of the mountain. And when you are at the top of the mountain, almost every step you take in any direction, you fall. And that was a little bit the feel that I had at the beginning, because it was very difficult to see how to improve that business. And then what I realized is that the first challenge that I had to find was really how could I create a business model together with the people of Fata that would generate the next level of growth. And in doing that, I was really thankful for the organization. We have, in fact, a wonderful organization with people that combines a very clear expertise in the field with a kind of pride of being Fata and linked to the territory. And for many people, Fata is the only way of working.
Roberto, today, as far as I know from your company, you are an international operating business. I guess in Europe you have operations in Central, Western Europe, also in Turkey. You have different plans. Can you please elaborate this part more? How do you operate in a daily business? How are you selling, distributing your products? How you are manufacturing these products? And why the choice to be in Portugal and in Morocco for distributing these products in Europe?
Well, it's a great question, and that was really part of the thinking we had at that time on how to grow Fata. Because on one end, we wanted to grow the organic business, which we did through innovation, through investing in better products. But at the same time, we also believed that we wanted to look at other opportunities of expanding the footprint of the company, both from a category standpoint and from a geographical standpoint, because the joint venture was born with a very clear perimeter of paper products and Italy. We could not go at that time beyond the paper products and beyond Italy. Now, to do that, we really had to do two things, most of all. The first is to make sure that the company would be successful on its existing business. Because if you have a problem on the base business, clearly you don't have time and effort and money to really deal with other stuff. So that was really the first priority. And the second priority is to keep working on the already existing strong partnership between the two stakeholders. And frankly, over those years, the relationship went to a level that is frankly difficult to improve. And over that period of time, Fata was considered in a couple of instances by P&G as a potential buyer for products that for P&G were no longer strategic, given that they missed the global footprint. Now, one of these products was ACE, or ACE, if you want to pronounce it the English way. ACE is a bleach business that is present in Italy, but is also present in other parts of Europe and in Morocco and in Turkey. And when P&G had to sell these brands, Vater was considered a potential candidate, which was kind of interesting because P&G has also 50% of Vater. So to make a long story short, we bid and we won the bid. We took the business. That happened about a year ago. We took first the Italian and Western European business. More recently, we took the business in Central Eastern Europe, in Turkey and in Morocco.
Roberto, three main key USPs from your company, as far as you told me 2 weeks ago. It's about sustainability, innovation, and 360-degree approach. You told me that this has been a strong part of your success. Could you please tell us more about, in the everyday's life, from a practical point of view, how you create sustainability in your leadership, generally in your operating, in the innovation process, and what do you understand about 360-degree approach?
Okay. Well, first let's start with sustainability. I'm a big fan of it, and that's because I thoroughly believe that sustainability is an important competitive advantage for those companies who can interpret it well. And back 4 or 5 years ago in Vater, we declared sustainability as an element of competitive advantage. And sustainability means a lot of different things, and we tried to make it very comprehensive in the way Vater operates. And we call it internally the 4 pillars of sustainability. The first pillar was what we called the cultural sustainability, and that meant our ability and our capability to ensure that all our employees, embraced a sustainability culture in their behavior and their modus operandi. Secondly, is what we call the sustainability in cost savings. And there is a lot of stuff in sustainability that regards cost saving, from saving energy resources, saving raw materials, and the likes. We made incredible progress in that. Then there is the third element of sustainability, which is sustainability towards our external stakeholders. We try to portray Vater and try to promote those projects in the outside world that have a strong impact on sustainability. And we started especially with the city in which Vater is based. And then there is the fourth pillar of sustainability, which we call it the sustainability of innovation. And that meant innovation in every field.
Okay, thanks, Roberto.